Insect morphology. External and internal morphology of an insect. In this video you will learn about the external morphology of insects, such as to learn about the features of insects which help to distinguish one kind of insect from another. Specializations and adaptability of structures such as the mouth parts, antennae, legs, wings and pronotum. To understand how an insect lives, functions, and reproduces. Head. The head of an insect is composed of a series of segments, which are specialized for food gathering and manipulation, sensory perception, and neural integration. The head bears the eyes, compound eyes and ocelli, antennae, and mouth parts. The anterior part of the head is the frons. The anterior area below the dorsum of the head, between and behind the eyes is the vertex. The area below the compound eye, on the side of the head, is the gena. The lip-like sclerite is the clypeus. Mouth parts. Just as insects take on many different forms, they also possess a variety of different mouth types, each of which can be grouped under one of two main categories: chewing, mandibulate, and sucking, haustellate. Mandibulate mouth parts are believed to be the most primitive. All others, including those categorized as haustellate, are presumed to have evolved as modifications of this basic type. The five primary parts of the insect mouth are: 1. The clypeus. 2. The upper lip, or labrum. 3. Two jaw-like structures, or mandibles. 4. The maxillae, sing maxilla. 5. The lower lip, or labium. The maxillae and labium are divided into various substructures, which include the galea, paraglossa, glossa, and the maxillary and labial palps. Haustellate mouthparts are primarily used for sucking up liquids, and can be broken down into two subgroups, those that possess stylets and those that do not. Stylets are needle-like projections used to penetrate plant and animal tissue. Examples of insects with stylets include Hemiptera, true bugs, Diptera, flies, and Siphonaptera, fleas. Some haustellate mouthparts lack stylets. Unable to pierce tissues, these insects must rely on easily accessible food sources such as nectar at the base of a flower. One example of non-stylate mouthparts is the long siphoning proboscis of butterflies and moths, order Lepidoptera. Although the method of liquid transport differs from that of the butterfly's proboscis, the rasping sucking rostrum of some flies is also considered to be haustellate without stylets. Adaptations of the mouth parts. The antennae. Antennae vary greatly among insects, but all follow a basic plan. Segments 1 and 2 are termed the scape and pedicel, respectively. The remaining antennal segments, flagellomeres, are jointly called the flagellum. Antennae function almost exclusively in sensory perception. Some of the information that can be detected by insect antennae includes motion and orientation, odor, sound, humidity, and a variety of chemical cues. Some of the most common types of insect antennae with which you should be familiar are illustrated below. Thorax. The insect thorax is divided into three parts: the prothorax, pro means first, mesothorax, meso means middle, and metathorax, meta means last. Each segment consists of hardened plates, or sclerites. Dorsal sclerites are called nota, singular notum, lateral sclerites are called pleura, singular pleuron, and ventral sclerites are called sterna, singular sternum. Each of the three thoracic segments contains one pair of legs. Wings are found only on the meso and metathoracic segments. Wings. Insects have evolved many variations of the wing. Wing venation is a commonly used taxonomic character, especially at the family and species level. Membranous wings are thin and more or less transparent. This type of wings is found among the Odonata and Neuroptera. Halters are an extreme modification among the order Diptera, true flies, in which the hind wings are reduced to mere nubs used for balance and direction during flight. Elytra, singular elytron, are the hardened, heavily sclerotized forewings of beetles, order Coleoptera, and are modified to protect the hind wings when at rest. A variation of the elytra is the hemelytra. The forewings of hemipterans are said to be hemelytrous because they are hardened throughout the proximal 2/3, approximately, while the distal portion is membranous. Unlike elytra, hemelytra function primarily as flight wings. In both cases, the membranous hind wings, when present, are used in flight and are folded beneath the forewings when at rest. The wings of butterflies and moths are covered with scales, and mosquitoes possess scales along wing veins. Neopterous versus Paleopterous wing conditions. In most living insects, the Neoptera, there are 3 axillaris sclerites that articulate with various parts of the wing. In the Neoptera, a muscle on the 3rd axillary causes it to pivot about the posterior nodal wing process and thereby to fold the wing over the back of the insect. In some groups of Neoptera, such as butterflies, the ability to fold the wings over the back has been lost. 2 orders of winged insects, the Ephemeroptera and Odonata, have not evolved this wing flexing mechanism, and their axillaris sclerites are arranged in a pattern different from that of the Neoptera. These 2 orders, together with a number of extinct orders, form the Paleoptera. Legs. The forelegs are located on the prothorax, the midlegs on the mesothorax, and the hind legs on the metathorax. Each leg has 6 major components, listed here from proximal to distal: coxa, picture 1 coxae, trochanter, femur, picture 1 femora, tibia, picture 1 tibiae, tarsus, picture 1 tarsi, pretarsus. The femur and tibia may be modified with spines. The tarsus appears to be divided into 1 to 5 pseudosegments called tarsomers. Leg types and function. Cursorial, used for walking/running. Some textbooks distinguish the 2 by calling walking legs ambulatory or gressorial, but the leg structure is basically the same. Raptorial, 4 legs modified for grasping. These are often associated with praying mantids. Fossorial, 4 legs and tibiae specialized for digging, common in ground-dwelling insects. Saltatorial, hind legs adapted for jumping, characterized by an elongated femur and tibia. Natatorial, 4 or hind legs adapted for swimming, characterized by elongated CD on tarsi. Pronotum is the dorsal sclerite of the prothorax, which can be highly modified in various groups such as the Homoptera, Bladderia, and Coleoptera. Abdomen will be discussed in next video. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe the channel.